Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Mitch's Minute, the show and podcast where we talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about this week. And
what is it that you want to talk about, Mitch?
It just always coincidentally seems to be movies.
Yeah, I know it's been a weird time with Mitch's Minute lately because it seems like all we're doing is talking about movies, but there was just so many movies that came out in the last couple times that we did the show.
So many times.
Yeah, this is like episode 12, believe it or not.
Do you remember episode 1?
What?
Episode 1.
What was episode 1?
I was in it. I think it was about Overwatch.
Oh.
Oh, the saddest bone. That's what it was.
Oh god.
We talked about Clear. That was that one.
God damn. But the whole point of Mitch's Minute is that we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. There's no organization. It just so happens the last couple episodes have been about movies.
Gonna have to switch it up.
Yeah, we'll have to spend some time switching it up. But
no, this will just become a movie podcast.
I don't want it to be just a movie podcast. I want to talk about fucking building gunplas and other dumb shit that we do. It just happens that, oh, by the way, Tabby's joining us for this one. Nate's on for this one. Josh is,
hello.
Because every Mitch's Minute only has one constant, and that's me.
I live here now.
That's true.
I'm forever here now.
Damn it.
You can't get me anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I moved. So the big thing that we're going to talk about this week is Aquaman, obviously. It was a movie that was released in 2018, blah, 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 blah. Jason Momoa was hot as shit in this movie.
Is that going to be like the whole synopsis?
I was just about to...
Is that news?
Yeah, I was like, specifically this movie?
I've known about Jason Momoa since fucking Stargate Atlantis. Yeah, tell me something new.
Stargate Atlantis?
Yeah, before Game of Thrones, bitches.
Do you think that they purposely got him to, like, you know what he would be great at? Aquaman. I don't know why, and he's clearly looking at the word Atlantis like on his resume. It's like nothing else.
He sees the word Atlantis and like a tear like slowly works its way across his wonderful cheekbones.
His glorious cheekbones.
Glorious.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Aquaman came out last week. It is made
really
more
came out
than
last week.
It was last week. I want to say it was
Shit.
last week.
I think it was last week, yeah.
Yeah, because Josh and I watched it the weekend it came out.
Yeah.
That means I did as well. What the fuck?
It's made, the last time I checked, this movie has made $600 million worldwide. It is, like, for how short it's been, it is on the track to making $1 billion. I want everyone to really sit and seep in that, because if I remember correctly, it's already surpassed Justice League.
No shit!
Like, I didn't even
We all watched Justice League. We know how that fucking went.
I didn't watch Justice League.
I didn't either, but now I want to.
What does it say, girl?
I'm trying to find it. Keep talking while I find it.
I didn't watch Justice League. In fact, if anything, right after watching Aquaman with Tabby, I was like, you know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to watch Justice League to see more.
No!
To see more
No, it sucks!
To see more Momoa.
Literally the only reason anyone would probably ever watch the Justice League, I guess.
There's Wonder Woman, I guess.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah, that did well, I guess.
According
a
to
lot of people know my opinion on that.
Mojo,
oh yeah.
It is at worldwide $748 million.
Oof. Keep bracketing that money, Momoa.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not sex sells, it's Momoa sells.
Okay, so we've been talking kind of around the movie. Let's kind of cut into the meat of it. To Momoa's delicious meat.
I was gonna say, can we get
about to say,
Are we starting non-spoiler first, or?
Yeah, let's spend a little bit going into non-spoilery territory. That way, if anyone is listening, they get their chance to watch it.
Give me the lay of the land. What is an Aquaman?
Aquaman is a half Polynesian, half white guy.
Not with
half-breed.
Yeah, he's a
Sounds perfect for you, Mitch.
He's a filthy mug-blood.
He's a filthy pug-blood.
Exactly. Filthy pug-blood. And he's half Atlantean, half Polynesian. and he has like super cool powers and shit, and he apparently did some cool shit in Justice League.
Apparently.
We'll
never know.
You can't watch it
Will we
anywhere.
ever watch that movie?
I don't know.
Josh, have you not watched it either?
No. I refuse to watch movies that I think are actually going to be bad.
Yeah, no, it was bad, but I
didn't watch
stomached
Batman
through
vs.
it.
Superman. I didn't watch Justice. No, I refuse to give money to people who make bad movies.
See,
Because
Josh
of like
gets
very
it.
Josh gets it, but okay. Also, what happens is that he's told that his brother from another father from another father,
No, no,
Ocean Man, is going to cause a war and become the quote-unquote the master of the seven seas and pilot a red mobile suit.
He's what? Is he just called
Yes.
the Master?
Yeah, he's just called
with
the
their
Ocean
Char
Master.
goggles and everything.
Yeah, it's weird how weird that helmet looks like Char's helmet.
I
Um,
Well, the thing is that
know. Oh, I
really
laughed
got
so
me.
much.
It really got me like how the helmet looked like it, but what really depressed me was how it was animated to his face.
Yeah,
Like
agreed.
his eyebrows would move, and I was like, "That's not what helmets do, sweetie." Like,
Just
don't
like,
do
please
that.
now.
Oh,
Will-
no, it's just like that stupid dress that the main heroine was wearing. It's made of living matter.
Will
Yeah, that was weird.
Aquaman and Mira and Ariel from The Little Mermaid solve?
I don't remember her name.
Her name is literally Mira.
It's Mira?
Yeah.
Mira.
Will Mira and Aquaman obtain King Triton's Trident and save the day and Mr. Krabs? Find out in Aquaman!
Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want Jason Momoa to walk up to someone and be like, "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?"
Is Mr. Krabs just like ambiguous? Like
No, he's threatening someone. Like he's clearly towering over the Flash or something. And
is this the face he makes?
yeah,
when he says it?
it's that exact face that's the thumbnail for this episode. So I will go around. I really liked this movie, obviously. I thought this was a great, fun adventure film. I fucking loved certain sequences at the end, which we'll go into in the spoiler area. It just felt very classic. It felt like a fun adventure. It didn't feel like a superhero movie. It just felt like, I don't know. It just felt like a dumb adventure that I could just sit in the theater and just be like, yeah, look at this weird Indiana Jones style quest for an ancient artifact thing.
Yeah.
That's true. That is what that was. I totally blanked on that part.
I just didn't want, like, I guess a good way of putting it is sometimes I go to the movie theaters to get my fucking mind blown, and sometimes I just go to the movie theater to watch a fun adventure for like 2 hours. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like Aquaman was that fun movie for me. This was like the movie I'd go to be like, yeah, he's doing cool shit. He drinks beer and has fun and fights people. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I'm not saying that it's one of those movies that you turn off your brain at, because holy shit, were the fucking special effects for this movie ridiculous.
You know what this movie makes me think of? Have you seen like the Mummy franchise? Like the
Yeah!
old one, not the new one.
Oh,
Yeah, with Brendan Fraser.
This to me is like a solid
The
Mummy
good
2.
mummies.
Yeah.
A solid mummy too.
A
Yeah.
solid Scorpion King on the Mummy scale.
Hey man. Like, do you even remember
A solid Scorpion
like,
King out of 3.
that shit was hype, yo.
Oh god. Out of 4. Wait, what's the
The dragon thing was... Is it dragon?
yeah,
Dragon Emperor?
the Dragon Emperor,
That
Tomb
was
of the
3.
Dragon Emperor.
That was 3.
And then if you hate a movie, it's 4.
And then there's
Then there's Tom Cruise.
But we're gonna forget that one exists. We're gonna focus on the good.
Oh,
ones.
what? You guys don't appreciate the Universal Pictures Dark Universe?
Oh my god.
What the hell,
Oh,
guys?
okay.
I appreciate how bad the trailer was that they released.
I'm gonna be real. I normally am a huge Marvel shill. After Aquaman, though, if they keep making shit like this, I would be fucking down to watch a lot more DC films. Like take a step away from that dark, gritty edge that they were trying to go for, and just make adventures, make something fun, make something that I can like actually go and enjoy, and not
Yeah, because that was the thing that like stood out immediately for me. I'm just like, because don't get me, like people enjoyed Wonder Woman, I just personally didn't. But it's like DC, bust out more of this stuff, please. And then people won't be like, wow, you aren't as good as Marvel. Because this is a different... Like, Aquaman was, like, different. It's like, yeah, you have superhero movies that are just kind of fun. And it's, like, just an adventure kind of shtick. But I feel like Marvel doesn't focus on that anymore. It's more like origin stories and all that kind of stuff, not really just fun adventure. Like, DC should go more this route, because then it's different from Marvel and not just superhero movies.
Well, that's the thing with Marvel. It's this weird thing with Marvel right now, and I don't want to kind of like get super into it, but like it feels like I sat with my family. They came to visit me earlier today, and I was just like, "Are we going to go see like Captain Marvel? I don't really want to see it. Like, I don't. I know I'm supposed to, but it just feels like a precursor to Endgame." Like, that's all it feels like. It's like, oh, it's like Captain Marvel coming out, you know, fucking a month before the biggest Endgame fucking piece of the Marvel puzzle.
See, the thing, yeah, but the thing is, though, like, it's like it looks like a quick origin story before, like, because how, like, she was teased, though. It seemed like it was like, oh, she's probably gonna get, like, a origin movie after, like, the last Avengers movie.
Yeah, like, I see what you're saying. But
no, they're trying to slap it in, like, just beforehand. It's like, hey, here's context to Captain Marvel, just real quick, and then it's like Endgame.
I know, like, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like if they make, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. I want us to focus on Aquaman, at least for right now.
Yeah,
because this movie makes me feel like there is a hope.
I mean, I think part of it is, like, DC just sort of gave up and said, okay, filmmakers, do whatever you want with these movies, because we have no idea what we're doing, clearly. And I think that actually gave these people enough creative freedom to make something that's, you know, awesome and fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's like how Edgar Wright left the Marvel universe, like, left Ant-Man, because he couldn't make the movie how he wanted to make it look.
That's true.
Like, having that creative freedom, like, I don't think you could make a Spider-Verse, for example, in like the MCU.
Oh God, no. That I say that Spider-Verse's entire fucking success comes from fucking Sony.
Yeah.
Like, notice there wasn't a single nod to the MCU throughout any of that. Like we talked about it like a little bit like 2 weeks ago. I think was the last time we did Mitch's Minute. But like, it definitely, you could tell that Sony Animation really like just went balls to the wall with that shit, and it fucking rocked. And in the same vein that like James Wan, who's known for horror movies, which we'll get to that in a second, did a fantastic fucking job with Aquaman. Like, his first real adventure film, at least from what I know. Like, I know him for The Conjuring and Insidious. Like, I think he did like a couple other things, but like, I don't fucking know.
mean, from what I've heard, it's like, you know, horror movie directors tend to transition well into doing like action and like other like big set piece dramas. Because, you know, you had like Ridley Scott going from Alien to all this stuff that he ended up going on to.
That's true.
And then you have what was it? James Cameron going from like his roots like in Terminator to like all of like, you know, the 1990s and early 2000s greats.
Yeah, fucking Titanic.
He did like all the stuff. Oh my god.
But let's go. Okay, so is there anything we want to say before we get into the spoiler territory of Aquaman? Let's go around, because we didn't actually go around. I think I just said we were going to, and I said one thing, and then we kind of just splintered. Okay,
because that's how conversations work.
Yeah, exactly. There was anything I wanted to say before spoilers is go see this fucking movie. It's really awesome. If you're in the mood for a fun adventure, it's so fucking worth it. Momoa was hot. Fucking the actress who plays Mira's hot. Dolph Lundgren is hot. And Green Goblin's hot.
Your queer ass is everyone's hot. Fuck, why?
Fucking Pitbull does a weird cover of Africa.
Yeah, that was weird.
That weirdly...
Yeah, that was... That was a thing.
Yeah. All right. That's what I have to say. Tabs.
Okay. I'm not big into like superhero movies, you know that. But you did convince me to go see it, and I was like, well, you know, the dude's hot, I'll go see it. But I did love the world building. Like, there's not just like the Atlanteans. Like, they just look like normal people, and you're like, okay, that's cool. But then you've got like 3 or 4 other different types of people that they show you, and they show you like the worlds that they live in and all that stuff. And I thought that that was super, super cool. I'm a world building nerd, so I'm really happy that they included all that stuff.
All right, Nate.
Oh, jeez, like all of my like positive things, it's like involves spoilers. So
Okay,
it's
okay,
like,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it's like,
Josh.
So as I said, a solid Mummy 2. By that I mean, you know, it might be not be like the most substantive thing out there, but it's like it's a great time, right? And with all the that's going on in the world at the moment, I think, you know, everybody could use something that's like a pick me up. Like, and also like Jason Momoa has like a energy as an actor that really reminds me of Brendan Fraser. Like, you know, those action heroes that are sort of a little bit in on the joke and seem to be having fun.
Oh,
and that really does a lot, honestly.
Yeah, I do like the believable reluctance of his the initial reluctance to be king. In the beginning.
yeah,
of the
it's
film.
like fuck that pressure. I don't want that.
Well, yeah, because I like the way that they convey it too, where it's like sometimes they'll be like, I can't get in the mobile suit. Get in the mobile suit.
Are you making a reference to Evangelion? Because it sounds
Evangelion and also Gundam.
any other Gundam.
Eva's actually not as bad as Gundam. Just saying.
Oh yeah. It's not. I'm the best. King Arthur, not King Arthur. Fucking Arthur Curry doesn't go on top of gets in prison and then slowly fist bumps in the air. I'm the best. God. Anyways,
it's like right. he looks like Char, but he's really Amuro.
All right, let's get into spoiler territory. Okay, that final fucking battle is one of the best fucking things I've seen this year.
They busted out a fucking Kraken, man. It's like, god damn.
I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, this looks cool.
That final battle, like they have like the actual cool ass battle happen, and then they fucking pull out the giant sea monster.
I do appreciate.
Yeah, it's like it was cool as fuck, and then it's just like
if I had to judge, right, in terms of final battles, like Civil War versus this, right? This wins hands down.
I do like that they turned his ability to like speak to fish and made it cool.
Yeah, 100%.
There has to be something said for like whoever like did the visual direction and like the cinematography for like most of this film, because it looks better than just about anything that's come out of the superhero genre recently.
I know this just sounds like we're just creaming our pants at this fucking if you haven't seen the movie and you decided to go into spoiler territory, Jason Momoa rides this giant colossal monster into this and like as the monster
literally
screams,
looks like the D&D Kraken kind of aesthetic. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
like he's screaming, commanding all these sea creatures, and this creature comes from the Earth's core. It's covered in lava at first, and it's fucking intense.
It has tentacles too. It was very strange.
It's this, and when I say giant, I mean like it is colossal. It is a colossus-sized monster, and fucking Blue Char is almost like you can see his penis go into his body and recede at the sight.
It's like, fuck! Why did I decide to fight my brother?
This is a pivotal moment. I can't express enough how cool this scene is, because not only is it like the actual moment of like our main character has accepted his destiny. He's he's wearing the stupid looking suit of the first king of Atlantis.
You know what? They did their best.
Yeah, they did their best.
Like there's no way to make that suit look cool.
But my god, they pulled it off a little bit. You gotta admit.
The scale part.
Well, if I remember correctly, Mitch, when we got out of the theater,
yeah,
you said to me in particular, "Oh man, I can't believe that they made that suit look cool."
They did, because that's the thing. To me, it looks cool. to me it looks like, you know, it's because it's the context of it, right? He's wearing the armor of the first, or at least the scale mail of the first king. And what I would want in a sequel is I would want him to add it and make it his own. Like, that's what I would want. Like, but like the context of that scene is that he's emerging not only as, you know, the king of Atlantis, he's also, like, he's accepting his role. It's the biggest, most awesome way to do a scene like that, where it's like, it's the biggest fuck you to his brother. Like, it's just so well done. Like, it's just this awesome,
he goes through the 7 trials of Hercules, right? Sort of. To become king.
Yeah, and, like, and not to mention, it's just, like, I mean, I know the whole movie was cheesy, but, like, I feel like it was the perfect amount of cheese. Especially, like, the last battle on top of the Final Fantasy fucking sharp-ass shit. Like, on top of the upside-down boat. Like, all that stuff. Like, it just... I made a comment to Tabby and to you, Josh. This felt like whoever did the art direction they got, like, a Final Fantasy art director to help with some of this. Because a lot of this gave me Final Fantasy vibes.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that I appreciate about this movie is just, like, the visual aspects. Like other than Spider-Verse, like, there has not been, like, a superhero movie that's been this visually strong in a long time.
Like, live action, more so, I would say. It's, like,
But, I mean, I think, you know, like, people need to be more willing to take risks when, like, do, like, visually idiosyncratic stuff to make movies more interesting looking, honestly.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing. It's because at the end of the day, it's like you have to just... It's like there's the profit that you have to look at the end of the day, and that's, like, the entire case with movies. And the main thing that I hate about the limitations of creativity, because they limit themselves and, like, they think that they have to be on this set route all the time, because it's, like, guaranteed money, which, don't get me wrong, it works. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation, but it stands out so much when you go that little bit above the average.
Well, I mean, that's why Guardians work, right? Like, fucking James Gunn made it his own, in the same vein that, like, if you had told me 10 years ago that the most hype fucking movie from DC was gonna be Aquaman.
That's true, yeah. We all would have been like, get out of here with that shit. Like,
but Aquaman is honestly
bullshit.
That's the thing. Aquaman is honestly my favorite DC, like, this DCEU bullshit
so
they're
far.
trying to do. This has been the best one.
I mean, I think it could exist separate from the DCEU, right?
It could just be, like, it could honestly just be its own thing, and you just watch Jason Momoa do cool shit with a Triton, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm fucking down. I'm fucking down to watch this. You know what you do? Like, you grab him and Hellboy and just make your own fucking shit. Just make your own cinematic universe. Like,
oh my God.
I heard excited for the new Hellboy.
Who's on the line? Oh, it's Batman. He wants to hang out. Nah, fuck him, and then just watch Hellboy and fucking Aquaman drink. I'd watch that movie.
I would watch that Cheers like movie.
I would watch the two, like, that's the thing. Like, I like what they did with Aquaman. They really made it their own, and it reminds me a lot of the original Iron Man in a lot of respects, where they really just made it their own thing. Like, I know it's a weird comparison, but, like,
no, it makes sense.
Like, I mean, the film's gotta stand on its own.
Like, I didn't get the vibe of, like, oh, they're setting up all this shit for Batman to deal with, or for Wonder Woman to fucking go, or look at that, that's the underwater Green Lantern tower. None of that exists. It's just Aquaman's own fucking adventure. And then they like, at the very end, the post-credit scene is just Black Manta and Josh fucking they trying to find the lost city of Atlantis.
Like,
can I just say that
bittersweet about that, because I'm like, oh, because that wasn't obvious, and I said that aloud, and people laughed. It's like, the second that I seen that scene, I'm just like, well, no fucking shit. I said it, like, loud as fuck. And so people that were walking out just started bursting out laughing. Because so that's the thing with Aquaman. So I usually go to see movies on my own. It's a personal choice. People say it's depressing. Oh, well.
That feels like another Mitch's Minute.
Yeah, that's a whole other Mitch's Minute. And also, like, so I went with people, and also I went at an earlier time. So, because usually I go to the latest showing because it's less people. It's just what I prefer. So, being in a completely packed, like, cinema with people, like, and actually watching it with people, it wasn't necessarily, like, a different experience. It's like, I could just make jokes the entire time. And you have no idea how many times I wanted to make Gundam jokes, but I couldn't because none of them knew Gundam.
Yeah, that's actually a problem. What have you done to us, Mitch?
Ruined us with Gundam and me
Half of
slowly
our
deteriorating
vocabulary is now just
JoJo.
Gundam.
Yeah, I wanted Willem Dafoe to slap Orn in the face.
Yes.
I thought you were just gonna go,
Yeah.
I want Willem Dafoe to slap me, and I was like, what?
No, it was just okay. I was having this conversation. I can't remember if it was with you or with Josh. Were you just watching that movie and expecting Willem Dafoe to just betray someone? Because I'm so used to seeing him being evil, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
he's gonna fucking betray him. And no, he's like, no, he just happens to be a good guy the whole movie. And I'm like, oh.
He has chronic backstabbing disorder, or he looks like him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he looks like a fucking wannabe villain.
Well,
that really felt like green robe that he was wearing didn't help at all either.
Yeah, it's just like, this bitch is gonna betray him. It's like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And they never did. I'm just like, wait, what?
I think they
He genuinely cared about him? What the fuck?
What threw me was when, like, in the beginning scenes, like, you've got, like, you know, what is it, what's her name again, Mira?
Yeah.
When her dad, like, shows up on, like, the army of magical seahorses.
I couldn't take him seriously.
Well, the thing is, like, he showed up in that, and then you got the king who shows up with sharks. And then you got Willem Dafoe with the king. I was like, okay, he's immediately evil. But then I saw, like, flashbacks of him with, like, young Aquaman, and I was like, I can't tell if he's good or evil. Like, I couldn't tell in the beginning.
I think that's something where, like, that first scene in, like, where the magical seahorses, like the armored seahorses and sharks come down, and like there was that moment that, like,
I thought of The Little Mermaid when they all come into the musical and he has, like, the dolphin chariot.
Oh my god.
That's what it reminded me of.
It just, Orin is such a, like, I think it's so funny because, like, anything I go to look up for Aquaman, everyone's just thirsty for Orn, and I'm like,
No.
How?
What?
How is?
Why?
I guess you could either have the delicious fucking beefy monster man that is Jason Momoa, or you could have the sleamy linguini that was Orn.
I mean, it's because people know themselves, right? People know that they don't deserve Jason Momoa.
He is way too high above their level.
It's like at least Orin would be attainable, right?
It's like the Onceler.
No.
Orn's the new Onceler.
I don't need that.
Blue Char.
He's the Lorax.
God damn it.
Oh god.
I just wanted to say, like, one thing about, like, so I really liked how they didn't have, like, because they had technically flashbacks, but they kind of, like, they transitioned it so well that it just felt fitting. Because do you know how, like, with flashbacks, if, like, they're having a conversation about it and then, like, cuts back to it? The way they kind of paced it out, it, like, made it just seem like a harmless memory.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
And the editing were really good on that because it made them seamlessly transition.
Oh, I also counted 4. 4 times a conversation was interrupted with an explosion.
Oh yeah, whenever we watched it, you did count.
I think it was 4. I'm pretty sure it was 4.
The kiss scene, like, before between those, just like,
dude,
and then there's explosions in the back, and it's like, this is make-do fireworks, right?
Well, it was great because, like, whenever she goes in to kiss him, I was like, okay, I expected that, and then she, like, hikes her leg up and gets all up on him.
Yeah, it's like,
wow.
Wouldn't you? I would.
True. Again, You make a valid point, but
Nate
it's
would
just
probably
okay.
like hold on to him like a fucking spider monkey.
I would.
No offense, Mitch.
I'm really gay, Mitch. Like, and Tabby's very straight.
Nate
What do you want from us?
I just like.
I appreciate the beauty that is Jason Momoa.
I do too. In like in both the oh my god, I am gay, but also like he's also just super cool.
Yeah.
It's just I know this is a weird way to talk about it. I'm just really glad that we have like two Polynesian movie stars who are like genuinely cool people. You know?
You know
Yeah.
what? I really do want now, like, a sequel with The Rock in it. I know it wouldn't work, but
No, you
It's
just
like, it
you
wouldn't
make
work
The Rock
in the
a
slightest,
villain.
but
You make The Rock like a villain so that
shit,
Jason
The-
Momoa and The Rock have to fight each other.
oh man,
yes.
I'm so ready.
Shirtless.
They have to be shirtless.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, can I talk about like when he like first enters the scene and how I died in the theater?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just like in the beginning of the movie when they're like on the submarine and he like lifts it up to the surface and he breaks open the hatch and he just like drops down, he's got his back turned and his hair is wet and he just like flips it back. I'm sitting in the theater next to Mitch and you could see me just go like, oh my god, and I like swooned.
You just squee. It's just like, this man is way too attractive. What the fuck?
Don't worry, this man will steal all your women.
How is this guy not like sexiest man alive?
Because that's who is it right now?
I think it's
Idris
Idris
Elba?
Elba, which is a super valid choice.
Yeah.
How is it not Jason Momoa?
That's next year.
Next year. Yeah, he'll
Next
get it
year.
next year.
He fucking better, cause oof.
Blake Shelton again. The fucking. It's just him like on a couch eating potato chips.
Blake
It's like,
Shelton?
why?
I don't know. Like, anyways, the point was okay. So, what do you guys see for like a future Aquaman movie?
Jason Momoa.
Delicious Jason Momoa.
Okay.
Like that's all we need at this point.
Because I keep thinking about that, right? How do you make a sequel to this movie? Because they're lining it up. They want Black Manta and the scientist guy to find Atlantis. So that's kind of like the big, like that's the big thing, right? Is because will Aquaman? Because the surface world knows nothing about it, right? That's the gimmick, right?
Yeah, like this whole thing happened and they're just brushing it off as like weird ocean shit. Which is strange to me because you think that like, you know, they just know
Oh
about
no,
it.
all of our navies just got destroyed, by the way. But don't worry, we've got bigger fish to fry.
I know that this is a weird one to talk about. Can we talk about Black Manta?
No, go for it.
And like how like
useless he was.
No, he was great.
I love that actor. I really do. I've only seen him in Aquaman, but my favorite fucking moment is the dad pulls up the grenade and he's staring at him, and like this guy has put so much emotion in his face. He's like, "Damn you!"
It's like you mother.
He's like the best kind of super villain like material. Like he overacts just enough. Which is like 100%. And it's like, oh.
Someone told him that this was a comic book movie, but like he didn't know like what the scale of it was, so he's like, oh yeah, I'll just phone in some of this or just overact all of it. Like, I want to find the Aquaman.
His dad was being crushed and drowning, like, and about to blow up. He couldn't win.
It's like, he's like, well, fuck, now I gotta get away.
I mean, he could have died.
Yeah,
I mean, I really like the Black Tony Stark vibe that I got from him.
Oh my god! Oh, he really did though.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. I'm absolutely sure that like this. I know this is a weird pool. Gives me like Zigbar or Boba Fett vibes. Where like I would love to see this guy. I would love to see this guy as like just a mercenary that Aquaman always has to deal with in every movie. but like never the main. Never the main.
Yeah, not
villain.
the main villain though.
He's always just
it's like when Aquaman's fighting the Rock. Before that, he has to punch out Black Manta first.
Black Manta goes, "I'm gonna get you this time, Aquaman," and then fucking he gets his shit kicked in, and then he like, because I like
he like the useless mercenary that always gets his ass kicked, but will always try to like, I seek vengeance.
The reoccurring boss.
It's so stupid and childlike, but then you remember why he's pissed off at Aquaman.
And then, in like 3 or 4 movies later, he has to team up with Aquaman to take somebody down. He'll have a redemption arc, and then he'll die probably, but still.
He realizes that the only reason he hunted Aquaman down was because he felt a deep connection to
his first love is the sea, and he's the king of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then they have a kiss, and then he puts his leg really in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He still has his helmet on. It's
See,
very strange.
Aquaman the sequel, let's make it gayer.
No, this has to be like the 4th or 5th Aquaman movie when this happens.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yes.
I want the Aquaman trilogy.
It's called Growth, Mitch.
No, it has to be like the 4th or 5th one because it's on like a decrease and they know that, so they have to gay bait it.
Up the ante.
They have to up the ante by making it gay.
Okay, we still didn't answer the question. What's happening in the sequel?
I mean, it's gonna get gay. Like
it's gonna get gayer.
The Rock is coming over from Rampage universe. One of those Rampage capsules falls into the sea and like makes a shark really, really big, and it starts fighting the Kraken. And the Rock has to go with his gorilla buddy to fucking stop it, and they have a misunderstanding with Aquaman.
No, it's like a Fast and Furious situation. It's like for some reason, it's like, wait, how do cars work? How do we morph those two?
Oh my god. Okay, so alright, that pretty much sums up this Aquaman talk. I mean, that's, if you ask me, I think what they're gonna do is they're probably gonna have to pull something. It has to be like 2 things going on, right? It has to be like those 2 trying to find Atlantis, and then it also has to be something else. And that something else I think is what's kind of driving the gears a little bit. Maybe it will be a Scorpion King-esque vibe.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to drive a plot seriously if it's just going to be Black Manta and the one guy trying to find Atlantis. Because you're not really... I mean, Aquaman's not going to be facing any, like, serious threat from them.
Right.
Not initially, unless he spends time, like, building up something in order to infiltrate Atlantis. So yeah, there has to be some kind of secondary plot to kind of actually put tension on him.
Maybe, you know what they could do? What if they pulled a villain from, not Batman, but what if they pulled a villain from Superman or Wonder Woman? You get one of those bad guys, change it up a bit, right? Because, like, okay, so one of my problems with superhero movies is it's very obvious what's going to happen, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Ant-Man, it's Ant-Man versus Stingy Bitch, and Stingy Bitch also has
Wasp?
Not the Wasp.
I was like, he does not fight her.
No, Stingy
Mantis
Bitch.
or something.
No, you know what I'm talking about, right,
Hornet?
Josh?
The first villain.
Hornet.
Yeah, Hornet.
Hornet,
maybe.
yeah.
I think it's Yellow
that's
Hornet
what he is.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket, maybe.
It was Yellow
Just
Jacket.
keep naming bugs and we'll get there.
It was a dude, by the way.
Keep naming bugs and we'll find it. Don't worry.
So what you do for the next Aquaman movie is you make him fight like a different DC villain. Make him fight like... Well, that's the problem, because I'm like, oh yeah, Killer Croc. I'm like, he'd kill Killer Croc. Fucking have him...
I mean, I think I would rather not see a sequel, because I have a hard time figuring out how it would structurally work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Sequels are different.
They closed off all of the loose ends unless, The Rock actually ends up being the real firstborn.
What if he's Black Adam? Wait, it's a Shazam villain. What, like, you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson be Black Adam, who's like this ancient Egyptian wizard. And it could be a reference to the Scorpion King.
Oh no!
Oh, God!
So
We're actually doing
full
it.
circle here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no!
And
Speaking
then,
of which, like Shazam, yay or nay for that? By the way, when that comes out,
I'm gonna watch it because I think I'm honestly after watching Aquaman, if they just keep making movies that are a little different, that are different from the fold, I will probably go see them.
It definitely feels more like a comedy than a superhero movie.
Yeah.
true.
Or, I mean, we've been lacking for really good action comedies as of late. At least ones that take chances, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things where I'm if I can get something like Guardians, or if I can get something like not exactly like Guardians, but just something that's different that I can really like sink my teeth in.
I mean, like, even though Marvel films are generally decent, like the problem with them is they're so formulaic. And I mean, yeah, Aquaman has, follows a different formula or another formula too, but it's like it's an older formula. It's, like it feels like a more classic adventure movie, and I really appreciate that.
Kind of miss it, honestly.
I do miss adventure films.
Like especially the one like to this kind of like degree as well. It's like it wasn't forcing the comedy. It was kind of like there was a couple like one offhand comments that like for me personally like didn't hit, but like I understand they would have been funny to most people.
I don't know, man. I didn't laugh at the pee bit, but the sippy cup bit.
What pee bit?
Yeah.
You could have peed on it.
Yeah.
Oh
it's like,
yeah, that one got me.
It's like show off. It's like I could have just peed on it. It's like
I didn't laugh
really?
at that one.
I
laughed at the sippy cup one though.
I chuckled
yeah,
at
this
the pee bit.
Yeah, because
I mean he's not wrong.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong, but it's like, dude, no, that's gross.
I mean, she destroyed
it's
it anyway.
pragmatic.
True.
Okay, before we end everything off today, I did want to mention one final thing. I hate saying it like this, but I'm really I know this is a weird one to bring up. I'm really worried about Avengers Endgame. That trailer, or that teaser trailer, whatever they pulled out, did not.
I haven't watched it.
It didn't do anything for me, and I'm worried that what's going to happen is if they somehow fumble the ball, if they somehow fumble the ball,
Yes.
and Jason Momoa comes in and grabs it and takes it to the end zone, I'm really worried. As someone who's watched Marvel films for the last 10 fucking years with my folks and shit, like, I'm concerned that DC, because not only did this do really well, they also picked up James Gunn, the guy who made one of the best fucking Marvel movies, Guardians of the Galaxy. They picked him up when Disney threw him away. So, like, in my mind...
like fools.
Yeah, like fucking idiots. They fucking threw him away because they're like, oh, he might be problematic. And then the entire internet went, go fuck yourself. like, are you kidding me? No one wants to do the new Guardians without him. And now they picked him up. DC picked his ass up for Suicide Squad. And they're gonna revamp Suicide Squad with him under the table. And I think it could work, and that's what's scary right now.
Yeah, they might make Suicide Squad actually good.
So all I'm saying is that I want to keep this in an archived form, because I'm really worried. I'm really worried that Tony Stark, Captain America, these characters that I grew up and loved are gonna go away, and that they're gonna put all the cards and all the shit on a bunch of B-list heroes that I did not give two flying fucks about. I do not care about Ant-Man. I do not give a shit about Captain Marvel right now. I don't
like
give a flying
Ant-Man.
fuck about fucking Bucky Barnes or any of these other characters. I care about the Avengers. I care about, like...
Well, Bucky's gone anyway, so you're
yeah,
fine.
well, for now.
Cool. I never watched that movie. Did he die? I guess he did.
But that's the thing. I only care about Spider-Man. If I'm going to be honest with you, out of the new ones, I only really care about Spider-Man. and Doctor Strange, because I feel like there's still potential for Doctor Strange.
I do like Doctor Strange.
Also, I'm just like intensely hopeful for just Far From Home. Like, I'm excited for the new Spider-Man, but it's like it's after. I think it comes out after the Avengers movie though.
Yeah,
like Endgame.
Clearly, he comes.
So I'm just like, is it gonna be based before or after?
I'm assuming it's after.
They tend to be in a pretty linear timeline with their movie releases.
Yeah. That being said, everyone, the whole point of what I was trying to get was, I think what's gonna happen is I think Marvel could not super fumble the ball, but I think DC, if they keep up this trend, they're gonna be the force worth reckoning against Marvel. Because right now it's been a one-sided slaughter against DC. To the point where we all make fun of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good thing that Marvel will have competition, because honestly, no matter how much I love...
Marvel's kind of on... Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like Marvel's like on a high horse right now, because there is nothing that... Like superhero movies that don't necessarily compare to Marvel. And after seeing Aquaman, I'm hopeful it's like, DC, rise, please. You have good heroes, please.
You know what I want? And I know this one's a little obscure. I want like a Fables live action movie. I want a Wolf Among Us live action film. Oh,
I still need a freaking play.
That's a good game. That's a fucking good game and a bunch of good comics. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching another episode of Mitch's Minute. In the comments down below of this video, go ahead and tell us what you think of Aquaman. If you have any questions for us, we'll answer them next time. Down below, you'll also find that we have. I'm trying to be more active on Twitter. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, shoot me up some questions or whatever. That's super great. We also have a Patreon. Help us support the show. Obviously, we do a lot of work here on the Vault Room. Despite this last week not doing any work and me and Nate being driven fucking insane in our inability to make new things.
Yeah, we're just like, fuck holidays. We just want to work.
So like, we're going to be working on some new stuff throughout the week. Pokemon, we got 2 episodes of Pokemon coming out this week. Rebel Room. And soon, me and Tabby will be doing our own show called Couch Co-op.
Hey.
So I'm excited for that one. The mic will be closer to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a loud motherfucker.
You are. You're so loud.
Such a loud person, Mitch.
I totally love you.
I love you too.
Close.
And if you guys want to, you can go ahead and help support my unhealthy obsession with collecting Funko Pops. I'm collecting a bunch of boxed Funko Pops. Help me achieve my display fucking dream of having a Funko Pop wall. Anyways, guys, catch you guys next time on the Velvet Room. Leave us some comments down below. Oh, and the big question is, if there was another DC movie that you wanted to see, what would it be? Like, what kind of character would you want to see adapted into the next kind of movie? And more importantly, if you want to, you can also leave down the director or whatever, like actor or whatever, and we'll try to read off some comments next time. No one really loved comments last time, but I don't remember what the question was last time. So it was kind of a win-win on my end. So
woo!
We'll catch you guys next time on Mitch's Minute.